Hey guys, welcome to another stream. Actually, I didn't know I was going to do this stream until about 17 minutes ago. I talked about it today, but I wasn't sure I was going to actually do it. And so 17 minutes ago, we got done with the, a little while ago, we got done closing on a refinance on the house. And so I decided to go ahead and do it and, kind of threw together a stream pretty quick. Been wanting to get back to the Terminator for a while. I finally got the magazine for month 10, and issue 11 is on its way, lost in Chicago, just like the magazine was for a while. And issue 12 should be shipping out in the next week or so. And I've already talked to D'Agostini. They're going to ship another copy of issue 11 since the one is lost, and they're going to ship it DHL so it doesn't get lost again. So I'm actually to the point, hey Shu, and hey Eric, I'm actually to the point where I can actually get the Terminator pretty close to done, so I figured I'd start working on him again. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to keep doing the Enterprise when Donnie shows up, or if he shows up late. Just means that I'm going to work on the Terminator. I've been wanting to get back to him for a while. So let me switch cameras. And hopefully everything is working because, like I said, I set this up really pretty quick. Let me try something here. I'm going to put this over here. What I'm trying to do is put my OBS window over here instead with the chat window. That way I can see what's actually going on, because sometimes it throws me when I see when I look up and what I see is what I did 5 minutes ago, or not 5 minutes ago, but like 10 to 7 seconds, a few seconds ago. So there's pack 61. Don't have the screwdriver set up yet. Yeah, it should be cross point. It's been a long time, so I didn't remember which screwdriver point to use. You do. Are you going to do a in progress video, or are you going to do a build video where you're showing as you build, Mark? Because the DeLorean, like I said, is a fun build. And anybody who's on Discord who you saw today that I'm working on the shuttle tower again. Love the way those lights are going to come out. It's just going to be really interesting getting power to them. Cool. I was not doing videos when I built my DeLorean, so I have 0 videos on it other than my end of year for 2020. So in this pack, and oh, by the way, Eric, don't worry. We will be doing Pearl this weekend. It'll be Sunday stream at least. So in this pack, we've got the knee joint, tendon, joint part, center parts, PM screws, and that's it. Let me go ahead and break open these screws. And as I've been doing with the Terminator, I'm just going to put this spare screw in here and just have it in case I ever need it. Since I'm not labeling them, it could be difficult if I ever need to actually use one. Got that. Spot for glue. I had a bottle. Oh, it's right here. A bottle of glue. Got my pin vise. So I'm ready. Yay, Pearl. Yes, I agree. Yay, Pearl. Matter of fact, this weekend, the cannons will be going on, I'm pretty sure. So what it says in the book is to take these, and like every one of them, there's 4 lugs on here. It says to apply glue to the lugs. I'm actually going to because it goes in here. The flat spots in there and the spot recesses, I'm going to put them in there. Put the glue in there. That way it's a little less chance of it getting messy. So, put some glue out here. A little bit more than I meant. That's okay. I don't have anything anywhere over here that's really convenient to stand that up. Somebody tell Donnie he's missing a stream. Yes, at least this time. I heard this was going to be Iron Man. I never said Iron Man. Iron Man will probably show up in the next few days because I have a while off. I have until the 12th off, like I know Donnie does. I know Kenny is off for several weeks, but he's in Florida, and so he's probably out in the sun. And yes, I looked up and read that comment again. Yes, I'm streaming on purpose this time, although it was very entertaining when I streamed on accident. All I missed when I did that was the chat. So, been off since the 6th. That's nice. So, put the glue on the flat spots. Drop this in there. Make sure I've got it there. Had to rotate it to make sure that it dropped all the way down in and is actually attached where it's supposed to be. So now we take this. You would think the tendon piece would be metal, but it's actually plastic. All the parts this time are plastic except for the screw itself. And it's on, it's on this side where there's a spot here that is recessed, unlike the other side. Screw hole here. Screw goes through the hole here to hold the quote-unquote tendon down. Must be nice, Mark, to be off that long. Are you off till the 12th as well, Mark? Actually, let me think. Off since, until the 6th. I'm sorry, I thought you said off since the 6th. Hey, Donnie. I misread it. I thought it said that you've been off since the 6th, and I lost all track of my calendar. Still, you get some time off. And if I hadn't taken some leave, I would only be off until the 5th. No, the 6th, because Sunday's is the 4th. Yeah, Donnie, I know it's not the Enterprise, but the Enterprise will come again. Don't worry. And so, that is all in Pack 61, or Stage 61. So let me get Stage 62. And not having numbered these, it is very helpful. Otherwise, I'd be digging through that box trying to figure out which one was which. Cool. How far are you on your Enterprise, Mark? You're still in the early stages, aren't you? See, Donnie, I'm off until the 12th as well, so I'm pretty sure I will do more Enterprise. Okay, so this is another part of the knee joint. Another ratcheting pieces. That's the outer kneecap, outer right kneecap. This is the inner right kneecap. And then there's 4 PMs, PM 3x6 screws, and 2 PM 3x12. So 4 short and 2 long, plus 1 spare of each. That's okay, Eric. We will all get to the point where we're off till the, yeah, as well. Some of us, like Kenny, are closer than others, like me. But it's coming. Yeah. I am definitely looking forward to when I'm off forever. So this one again says to glue the joint in here, and on this part, on the kneecap or on the knee joint, there's a smooth side here, spot for the ratchet. I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did before. Put the glue down on this flat spots in here. Actually, aren't we all a bit off every day? Just saying, Shu. So that drops down in there like previous ones, sitting down inside. I'm guessing it's going to go on this side. Just a guess. No, it can't, because it does not sink far enough down, so it'll go on this opposite side. But not yet. Okay, the kneecap parts, it says to put a drop of glue down inside the lugs here. And what we've got is, come on, focus. Got 2 pins, 2 lugs, slides on top just like that. Okay, refocus. Come on. Hate it when this thing does this. There we go. I think it was the silver that threw it off. Well, somebody forgot to ever do minis anymore, and then he went and got his back fixed. You know, if you come back to streaming minis, maybe I'll join. But I really had a hankering. No, I'm not going to finish it, just going to do a few sections. But I really had a hankering to work on the T-800. And, oh, yes, hey Spencer. Welcome from the land of You Need a Nap. But, no, I'm going to do a few sections on it, and then the wife and I are going to watch a movie tonight. I forget what the name of it is. It's an Amazon Prime movie, though. So the kneecap goes on. All right. So there's, and it's, come on, focus. So there's 2 holes here for the pins and a flat hole there to match up with these 2 pins, these 2 pins, and that flat part. But if I finish everything so they don't interrupt the Enterprise, I won't be doing the Enterprise again for a couple, 3 months at least. Cool, Eric. Multitasking is good. I'm surprised, Donnie, that you're not after Mark to do more on his Enterprise. Because I think he's actually done the mod on his nacelle too. So in some spots he's ahead of me on it. Slide those 2 pins in there and that one in there. And just to give you guys fair warning, this will definitely not be a 2-hour stream because my wife just put some salmon in the oven for poached salmon. So I'm planning on 5 stages, probably about an hour, maybe an hour and 15. I balled my drink tonight. It's a little strong, but that's okay. It's bourbon. Oh, this, okay. I'm sitting here looking at this going, looking at the book going, this does not match what's in the book. It's because it's here. This part, instead of going on either side of the knee like I thought it was going in the back of the knee. And it looks like I'm going to be putting it onto the main body here in a second. So again, come on, focus. Okay. So I got the 3 spots for the lugs to fit into, 3 screw holes, the 3 lugs and the whole screw holes in it. Plus, there is a keyway right here, matching key right there. So there's only one way this can go in there. Put it in, and then just tighten the 3 screws. It is so weird how this is out of focus, this is out of focus, but my hands, which are the same distance, are not out of focus. It's 2. And number 3 here. That's that assembly. 1 screw left, and actually a little bit going on here. So let me get the box of extra parts that were not used in previous stages. Let's see if I can find a spot for it. Since the Pro is here and I didn't move it. And let me bring this little guy over. He is quite weighty. Let's see. Get the part that I'm working on, if I can, into frame. Just looking Ah, there. With the screw, I've actually got the terminator facing the wrong direction. Roll him over. Man, there's another loose something. I just heard it. I'm just hoping my pelvis just doesn't explode all of a sudden. So it says to make sure, leave the glue behind, or to put this tendon down inside of here. This goes that direction. It is a very big dude. This slides down inside of here. What you can't see that I'm doing on the side here is lining these up. That kneecap is very, very close tolerance there. Knee is in position, ready to be fixed in place. There's the screw. Okay. Where did I put that box? There it is. Sitting here looking for the parts that I need, which is this part here, which this was from stage 60, the last one that I did before. The last one I did last time I worked on him. This is 59, the stage prior to that. So 60 will go in on this side, and I'm not going to show you the keyway here, but there's a key here. There's a keyway on the side of here, so that this will just slide in here. Or should. If I can line it up right. Make sure I've got him. Because that's not going. Feels like it should be going down further. And it should be. Okay. So there's just looked, and there's a slot here in the key. This is the deeper socket one, so I've got to actually get it to feed all the way down inside there. Let's see if I can get it back in the keyway. There, that's better. Now it's, unlike before where it was sticking out, now it's flush. And this, on this side, that helped. That was good. Think the carpet monster will get that part? Okay. Let me see if I can get this back in and not drop it this time. Come on. Okay. When it's lined up, it slides in like nobody's business. So then on the side here, there's a little teardrop piece here. Dropped it again. That one went in. That matches up with that part right there. Slide that in. Push it together. Grab the screw. And of course I have a cross point, and this is a hex head to actually show using the Allen stock that we got a while ago. But I'm going to use this one, this apex from my screwdriver set. Okay. So that's going to go in there, and it's threading in on the other side. Wow, that's a little tight, I think. Well, let me back it off a hair. I think I want it that tight so that he can almost stand on his own. Says that's the way he's supposed to look at this point. So let me make sure I can move. Actually, you know, I'm going to just move him back, because I'm sure he's going to come back into play tonight. Sorry, HLIFX01. And Bane, Tiny Bane had to move too. Okay, so pack 63. Oh. Pack 63 has more of the lower leg. And right now I'm just setting these things on the floor. I'm going to sort through whether I want to keep any of them or not later. You would think that this part here, wow, how'd the camera look? Oh, it's actually right there on the edge. This part here, with it being a support member of the leg, you would think that it would be metal, but it's plastic, as is this and this part. And this is, so this is the lower leg joint, lower leg part, very technical, sleeve for lower leg part. Again, a very technical name. 1 times PM3 by 8 screw, and I believe 3 is the number of millimeters in diameter it is. So grab this. These are once again going to be cross tips, so let me switch the apex here, back. Actually, you know what? It said 2. There was only 2 in that pack. There was no spare in that screw pack. Or if there was, I just threw it away, and it was good that I remembered where I put that. Take the leg part and the sleeve. Note that there's a rib running down the sleeve. It is a rib, but it actually looks and feels, when you get down here to the bottom, like it's just a, it almost looks and feels like flash. So take this part, and you can see there's a rib there, and there's a keyway for the rib to go through. Just slide this up to the top here. Interesting. Now I'm not sure why there's a rib all the way down the leg, because it says to apply super glue to it up here and glue it down. Seems to me you would just have the tab here. You wouldn't have to have it all the way down the leg. So just put that up on there. Let it dry for a second while I go get my fire and burn off the glue, because the glue is a huge drop is on the pin. Okay. I will tell you, I love my glue looper, but this works well for spots that I'm not trying to put glue into a thin area, into a, like, basically like a seam. So you take this, okay, so fix it in place as shown. Take this here, there's a keyway, a peg here with a keyway on it. It's going to line up in this hole here that has the slot. And I have to turn the page. Oh, okay. There was 2 screws, 1 spare. Not 2 screws that I needed. I just read. So a screw goes in here to hold this cap, or leg part, on here. Seems to me like it should go all the way down. Yeah, it does. It's just that, there we go. Tight. A lot of threads. So 64. And pack 64. There's the shin piece, lower leg part, wow, those are long screws. These are KM2 16 millimeter long screws. Oops. This is a sleeve housing. Something's going to slide down, probably those screws are going to slide down the side there. Actually, that sleeve housing is probably going in this hole right here. That one right there. Take this part here. Oh, no, it doesn't. It goes in here. So what it's showing is you go clockwise one. The part with, you got 2 sides here, one with wider opening, one with a small part that sticks out. And it looks like it should go right here, but it doesn't sink in. Definitely, the picture shows here. Get these screws out. Again, put one away. It says to drop the screw, and it drop a screw through this sleeve part. So it's gonna look like that once it's in there, and it's gonna protrude a bit. from the other side. And that goes through the hole here. Into this part. That's why the sleeve fits down inside that. I didn't see it before, and I don't know if I can get it to show on camera. There is a hole down there for a screw. So let me slide this back in here. This is going to be a little bit tricky. Trying to hold this and drive the screw at the same time. Actually, not near as bad as I thought. Okay, so I'm going to tighten this as far as it goes, but it's not going to be a tight fit. So that's a tight fit, as tight as it goes, but this is still going to flop around. Make sure it's tight all the way down. And then it says that's the end of this stage. So stage 65. Nope, it's 66. This is 65. I don't know why 65 is in a box. I think it keeps looking like the camera has shifted. It's just the angle, because I am literally this far in where my hand is here when I'm working on this. Nothing left in the box after I take that sleeve out. Or after I take this plastic wrapped part out. Slide those out. So this is the lower leg casing. This is just a lower leg part. It's identical to the one I just attached. Here's another sleeve. Two more of the really long screws. And two more 3x8mm screws. So let me put the spares away. I know, it's a bit crooked. There's that better, Donnie? So first thing we do is take the sleeve, just like the last time. Slide the sleeve, the screw into the sleeve. Take the smaller end here. Put it opposite where the one we just put on. was going to try and pick up the whole thing together, and it wasn't going to work. Slide this down in here. I'm going to screw it down as far as it'll go. Wasn't that bad. I've seen worse. Maybe someday I'll have to put the camera on a holder that isn't hanging. And I just realized, I've realized now why the camera is so far up from everything. I just looked up, and I have a good bend in it, bringing it higher than it should be. I just happened to look over at my OBS, and because of the way that it was sitting, the size of the screen, my Yeti Nano was off to the side on the not audio mixer. I'm like, have I got audio going out? I mean, not that I've ever done something silly like that. Okay. I'm just reading what it says in the instructions, and it says note this circular notch and where these parts are, because I'm guessing one of these two parts is about to attach. I'm guessing this one's about to slide down on here. And that would be an incorrect guess, because this is what's coming down right now. So this comes down here. Okay, that's why it says to be, notice the notch. So here's the notch that it was talking about. And that notch, this part here, I'm not sure why there's a split, but that part, that out part that sticks out, I guess, I'm not sure. It's exactly what I'm using, one of the bendy arm ones. I have actually got two of them, one on each bench. So let me slide this down here. It's actually a pretty snug fit. It slides in just like that. This is going to attach here, I believe. Hey, Two Towels, how's it going? Okay, so that goes in there like that. This one, now wait a minute. Okay, so okay, I'm looking at this wrong. I'm sitting here wanting to put this part on here, which actually goes on this side. And there are two pins here. Come on, focus. So you can see the two pins there, a larger one there. That one looks like it might be threaded. And the screw will go in right there. So and it does say it's a raised screw socket. So these pins are going to go here, here, and here. Put the screw socket in first, so that these will snap down into place. And you could, let's see. Yeah, when you're happy with the fit, I was going to say you could put a little bit of glue in here, and that's exactly what it says. So let me pull this back off. See if my glue's liquid at all. There's still a little bit outside the pins here. A little bit more down. That's a little bit more than I meant to put down. Actually, I might have to wait a few seconds for this glue to start drying, because for some reason it sticks to the parts better once it's a little bit dried out. Put some not only on the pins but up here on the edges so that it's not going to want to peel up. Same out here. Did get a hair a little bit. I accidentally put a little bit of glue on the outside of the chrome piece I'm working on. Back and make sure I got glue on these lugs. Okay, slide this back in here. Of course, they're not lining up. There we go. Slide that in there. Stage complete. Cool. That's a lot of cars to be working on. Or what is that? That's 2. That's not bad. And like I've said before, guys, best laid plans. It is now 47 minutes into the stream. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going and change what it says on the description, because this is the end of stage 65. The salmon's not due to be done for another 15 or 20 minutes. So we get to stage 66. And that's part of the reason I like doing these on a live stream, is because I can just press on if I feel like it. Wait a minute. Let me go back one page, because I think I skipped a step. Especially when that rolled over, and yeah, I did. Let me put this screw in. It rolled over and the screw was still sitting there. So let me tighten this down first. And then we'll do stage 66. And it just goes in a hole that I think I pointed out earlier. And it's holding down, or holding this part that I just glued on up here. I do like these packs because they stay together well, but they're a pain in the butt because they stay together well as well. So in this we have the cap for the lower leg part, and it's plastic. Got the lower leg part. Got another cap for the lower leg part. Detail parts. There's another housing here. 4 screws and 2 washers. I'm thinking that, and there's spares on each of the screws and a spare washer as well. So I'm going to open this up. I will put away the spare parts in a second. screw, one washer, one other screw. So first thing is, it says take the lower leg part and put the two caps on, test fit them. It does not say to glue them. Yeah, it just says to fit the end caps on. So you've got two size end caps. You got a small and a large, and they fit the large and small ends of the leg. The small one will go on. That's why it says no. It doesn't say anything about glue, because this is pretty solid fit press. He could. Actually, you know what? I'm going to throw all those. I'm just going to glue those screws randomly down on the stand when I finally get it. Yeah, those press in there. No need to glue them because they are pretty firmly in there. And then the larger one with the smaller point on it goes in here like this into this. I was going to say into the center, but actually it goes up on the top. Again, the sleeve and the small screw. Put those in there, stick them out, and start threading it in. It's threaded, it's starting, it's biting, but it's, again, a really long screw. Okay, that's tight, and all the parts except for the initial one are still loose. They're movable, so they're going to end up being tendons. Detail parts, you can see where those detail parts are going to go. One on this side, one on that side. You can see the holes for the pins that go on. It says use a craft knife to cut them loose. I think I'm going to use a set of snippers that I use for models anyway instead. So one, the second one. And it says to glue them on. Actually, what it says is to test fit them. I'm pretty sure they're going to fit fine. So I'm going to drop some glue into the pinholes. Ooh, yay! That was class. I just rolled the knife through the glue. No worse for the wear. Except for now my glue's all spread out. Glue in each of the pinholes. Do it across the surface here. This one should go in here. Very gently find the pinholes. And it's on there. Okay. There's the one side. There's this undone side. Same thing here. Put some down in the pinholes. And spread it across this area. There is actually a raised area on the back of this part that fits down into the depression that I put the glue in. Oops. You can see the raised area right there in the pins. I was going to say maybe this one's going to try and make me regret that I didn't dry fit it. But that's both parts installed now. So for step 11, get that out of the way. Put the washer around the screw. Take this. He is still facing down, so let me roll him over. Grab his hand so it doesn't flop everywhere. He's a good 10 pounds right now. I'm getting heavier every time I work on him. So the shin is gonna, I agree. Thank you, Mark. I fully agree. Oh wait, hang on. Never mind. Cannonball run, carbon building, also turning it into a 3-piece diorama. Cool. Cool, Too Tall. Making the scene from the beginning of the movie when I'm looking forward to seeing that, Too Tall, when you post it. Okay. So as I was saying, shin goes on like towards the front. This ratcheting piece is going to attach to the ratcheting piece that was here. There's a pin. Screw goes on, or the pin goes on, or leg part goes on like that. This could be interesting because of how far down in that is. So we're going to try it this way. I can barely see down in there by craning my neck all the way over, but I've got the screw on there and it's threaded. And see it. So now the Terminator does not fit on the screen or in the shot at one time. Stage 67, adding another part to the lower right leg. I don't know that I'm going to need the Terminator himself, but I'm still going to leave him here. He is actually sitting just about on top of the HLIFX-002. So this is stage 67. It's kind of funny because these parts look very familiar to me. Because issue 10 has a lot of the exact same parts for the other leg, and I just got it in and used it today to mark which parts were or which packs were which. So we've got 3 ball joints, and they are threaded on the back end. 3 ball joints. The upper and lower ankle parts. And 7 screws, 4 black, 3 silver. Almost lost one of the screws. That would have been bad. I don't have spares of these, I don't think. So 1 spare of each. Just 1. First thing it says is to cut the ball joints loose. I like the way they actually, you can see that they threaded the parts after they were manufactured by the way the sprue is built, so that the tap could come down into the ball joints. So there's the second one. I just noticed when I cut that one off, I'm pretty sure all 3 of them have a small keyway or key on it. It's going to fit into a keyway on the ankle. Come on. There. Take the upper ankle joint, that's the lower, so take the upper ankle joint, 3 shaped holes where the ball joints are going to go. Well, I'll be damned. It looks like the upper, but this is the lower ankle joint, this is the upper. And there's the 3 spots. It says to identify the 3 holes where the ball joints are going to fit. And so you fit one in here. Let me turn the page to make sure, because they say to fit them all in, and then as soon as you turn them over, they're going to fall out. Yeah, so you fit them in one at a time. Take one of the black screws, go from the back side and tighten the ball joint down. Oh, I understand now why this is the upper. This is where it's going to attach to the leg, probably on the parts we just attached. And this is going to be the heel bone. So let me get the second one in here. It's been a long time since I saw Cannonball Run. I didn't even know Jackie Chan was in it. I will have to watch that again sometime soon. It's kind of funny too, because they drilled all the way through the ball joints. We get this third one attached, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. They went in and they drilled the threads for the screws to go into. Come on. And it just seems funny to me that they drilled those threads all the way through the ball joint. That's the ball joints in place on the upper foot. Next step is to fit these parts together, the upper and lower, and there are 2 lugs here for the screws to go into. they will fit through these two pinhole or these two screw holes. Part's going to fit together like that. So let me put the screws through, and that will be the end of, or the ankle then, or not the ankle, but this part of the ankle will then be complete. That would be an interesting car to build, Donnie, with all the electronics and probably several screens. Lots of lights and lots of wiring. Oops, I keep jumping off that screw. So there's that part of the ankle. And I'm pretty sure, just based on how this part looks, how it looks on the back here, there's going to be a part that slides onto here and then has a screw through it for the heel. So stage 68. Has quite a few, looks like it has quite a few parts. You know who needs to do that, Donnie? Should be Eric. Good practice. Okay, so we have got two lower leg connections. Well, three. Oh, this one came loose anyway. 3 lower leg connections, different sizes. Ankle joint socket. Two rubber washers, and these are never spares. So let me set them over there. Some screws. And a single washer, no spare. Oops. Screwdriver's not going to cut this plastic very well. So there's the first washer, or there's the washer, sorry. And then the screws. Just double check. Instructions, I see 3, 2, and 2, and I have 3 spares. So take the spares, put them away. Cut these parts loose. One was loose already. And again, the sprue is shaped so that they can run the tap down through it. Really kind of think that's cool. So with these two shorter ones, you take these rubber washers, and the rubber washers, actually I'm going to put one facing each direction. So if you're not sure if you can see, but this one has a smaller hole. This one has a larger hole. This one the larger hole is so that it will go down onto these leg parts like that, leaving the smaller hole on the open, and the black screws will go in there. Interesting thing that I've never seen before is on here. Come on, focus. There's a gap in there. None of the others have had a gap. Probably somebody's mentioned something about air pressure building up or something. Just a guess. So I'm just going to tighten it to where it's snug. I'm not going to compress that rubber washer at all, because if I press it too much, it's not going to get stuck in the part that it goes into, and that's going to be ugly. Remove the ankle joint part. I'm going to remove the ball joint as well at the same time. That is a really, really bad spot to have it connect to the sprue. Literally on the ball. It's pretty smooth. There's some flash. Hope that's not going to cause issues. Hi.
How long do you have still?
How long do you need?
Like maybe 10 minutes?
That's fine. 10-15 minutes. My wife is basically telling me that dinner's done. So let me move this over here, because I gotta get the leg to where I can actually work on it. Which means I gotta move. That could be. Except for it wouldn't be elbow surgery, Donnie. It would be ankle surgery. So I turned him over because it shows in the book this gap. Bring the book back now that he's not there, not up here, so that I can actually see what I'm working on. And it's pointing out that there's, yeah. Okay, so it says to remove any flash. I think this should be okay. It's going to wear off. Push the ball in. Push the ball in, it says. Like it's supposed to be easy. Hate to grab it with pliers. No, she politely said it's not done yet. That's not working. So let me get some real gloves. Try this again with some actual pliers. Okay. That's a little bit stiff, but it'll be okay. Actually, we're going to probably go upstairs and watch a movie while we eat. this in there. Ball joint goes down to the bottom. This part, where does... Okay, so it's saying to align that screw hole with this screw hole right here. So that's going to go in there like that. And which screw is it? Should be this one here. Excuse my head, I'm blocking your view, guys. But I gotta find that screw hole. I could do that. It makes too much sense though. Especially considering the blue mat that's on here. I could put him over here, but it would be really hard to turn the page. Damn it. There went my PG-13. Okay, tighten that down. Oh yay, I just broke this part loose, but it's okay because it's gonna stay where it's at. It's just a little bit of super glue that was on there. So now, these parts here with the rubber washer go in here. Wow. I'm going to tighten that down just a hair so that it pushes a little bit better against the sides, because it is not pushing at all. And then the third one, this one here, goes into the back piece here. So it says, take the ankle joint assembly, note that the center there's a shaped hole, one side is flat. That flat side goes against the flat side of the ball joint itself, which is not facing the right direction, of course. So let me see if I can rotate it. Yeah, rotated it to where it's supposed to be. This goes on here. It says to plug these ball joints into these pieces. And I take the screwdriver, or screw. It's not quite in the right spot yet. There's a keyway here where that's got to go in. There, it's better. Just down a little bit further. And I'm going to crank it down, bring it down the rest of the way with the screw. Ah! It's like, what are you talking? Oh, PG-13. I was reading page 13. I'm not shooting for a PG-13, I'm shooting for an R. So, I'm going to switch cameras. I'm going to because I'm going to call it good. There. So I'm going to stop here because I just finished stage 67, I think. No, 68. Which means I still have 69 and 70 to go on the Terminator in this issue. But I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna just go from here because, like you guys heard, dinner is done. While I'm talking to you, I'm gonna go into Droid Cam. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. What? What stream with no shirt? I don't remember one. So, oh jeez, this guy is heavy. He doesn't even fit on camera anymore. So that's where he's at. He's got most of one leg. He's missing a foot. He's got a full right arm. He's getting there. Man, that sound. It sounds loose. It sounds terrible. But that's the way it's built. This joint on the arm. So let me set him back down because he's heavy and awkward. It does. Thought you were a Terminator in training there, Eric. So, I'm going to call it a stream. Dinner's done. We're going to go up and watch a movie. Probably we'll stream more this, well, definitely we'll stream more this week. Might stream tomorrow. Might stream Monday. The Terminator doesn't got his foot yet. He'll get his foot soon. He's got his ankle. And it's, well, now that it is actually in the socket, it actually moves pretty well. When I was trying to just move the nub, it didn't work very well. So, like I said, I'm going to call it a stream. I appreciate you guys stopping by. We're back to semi-normal streams now where I'm doing about 90 minutes instead of 2 hours all the time. Like and subscribe or don't, completely up to you. Glad you guys stopped by. If you're not a member of Hobby Link International or you've never been there, there should be a link in the description. It's a great place to go to meet modelers, to find out more stuff, to find out stuff that you don't know about modeling. It's a great place to go if you want to term a gator. I'm lost. But no, Hobby Link International is a really great place to go to meet other modelers. If you do go over there, tell them I sent you. I don't know if the contest is still going on, but we had a contest for who got the most new subscribers, and he definitely will be back. I'm thinking what I'm probably going to do is my next stream, if I stream this weekend, will be the rest of this issue and maybe another, the next issue, just so I can get caught up. Bit his foot off. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a great evening and have a great weekend. If I don't see you, I don't stream, if you don't hear from me before, have a great 4th of July and remember what 4th of July is all about. Peace out, guys.